Ciao Juventini of the world, my name is Giuseppe, welcome back on the channel, I hope you're all doing well. Today Serie A is back, but this time it will not be Juventus that will kick off match day 18. We will have to wait until tomorrow. The very last game of Serie A 2023 will be Juventus-Roma, with the Bianconeri that will do everything, or at least they will try everything to beat the team of José Mourinho. We'll speak about Juve-Roma in a second, but today we have important topics to speak about. Because every morning when I wake up, I'm asking myself, will I have enough qualitative information to share with the Juventini, to make a video about it, to have a good video about it. And I'm scared because I'm worried. I'm saying, what will I speak about today? Then I start to do my researches, and first article, second article, third topic, fourth topic, and then at a certain moment I have to say to myself, stop Beppe, there are too much information. You can't make videos of 1 hour, which I really would love to, but anyway, it's impossible. So I had to select, and today I want to focus on 3 big topics. The first one, that is the tax law decree, important because what I will reveal you will have an impact that you can't even imagine at the moment as we speak. A total disaster. We are kings in Italy to make things even more difficult, to make things even worse, to say we will destroy, we will make sure that we collapse Serie A. One. Secondly, about that news that yesterday went viral where there was a law or a text that said, if you want to subscribe to Serie A 24-25, you also have to sign a paper that you are saying we don't go to another competition like the Super League, for example. We'll speak about that, what is right, what is wrong, how it has been manipulated by the media, and then we'll go to Mercato with some players that are back on the list of Juve, and especially one new name, because yesterday we spoke about Adzic. Today I want to speak about Charlie Patino. The name, I love it. I love the name Charlie Patino. But who is the kid and why is Juventus interested in him? We'll reveal all these kind of things in today's video, of course, after you putting a maximum of like, after subscribing to the channel, because the channel needs to grow, needs to continue to grow. Why? Because I want to have opportunities like I had this morning to see who was the fastest one in answering the question of yesterday. Who is the man in the picture next to Adzic? And Rafal Thomas, that is part of the community, said, Beppe, it is Dejan Savicevic, ex-Milan legend, ex-legend of the game, ex. It is a legend of Montenegro. Totally correct, Rafal Thomas, congratulations. So let's now start with Corriere dello Sport, that is giving us actually the biggest title of today's video. Il calcio dice addio al decreto crescita. The football, calcio, is saying goodbye to decreto crescita. So we are saying stop to the growth decree. It will be skipped immediately from January. And it's a total disaster. For the people that do not know, we already spoke so many times about it, but what is it? In simple words, today, when a club goes to sign a player in Italy, they have to pay 100% of the taxes. That means you go for a player that is costing you 10 million net for him, for the player in his pocket. Well, as a club, you have to pay 20 million euro in total, gross. 10 million for a player, 10 million for the state. Okay, that's easy. When you go abroad for a player that is at least 20 and that is playing since at least 2 years abroad, it can also be an Italian one, as long as they are 2 years abroad from Italy. Well, if you sign them, 10 million are going to the pocket of the player for his salary, and you pay only half of the taxes. That means 5 million euro on top of the 10, a total of 15 million euro, which is fantastic, which is a big benefit. Why? Because you are competitive on the market, fighting with La Liga, with Bundesliga. Let's not say UK Premier League because that's impossible, but with other leagues you are really competitive and you are attractive. You go to a player and when he's asking for higher salary, well, thanks to that law, you are able to save costs for your clubs and you are able to give him a bit more salary than another league, which is really attractive for a player, and at the end he's choosing you for the club, for everything, but also for the money. Let's not lie. Players, it's important for them to earn more money. We know it, and it's okay. And it's okay like that. But the Italian clubs had the huge benefits. And we're not speaking only about top clubs, about every level of club, because that was a huge big benefit. Well, yesterday they decided to cancel it, but not from next season, from immediately, from the 1st of January. So we have clubs like Milan that is maybe already starting to negotiate with Guirassy because they were looking for a striker. Let's speak about Milan, for example. Well, they maybe already have negotiated about the salary. They know that they have that benefit of tax decree. And now they will have to review everything because from now on they can't anymore. So if they want the player for the exact same salary that they already discussed, they will have to pay much more. It's a total disaster. And then you will tell me, Beppe, yeah, but it's good actually, because now we will be able, and we will be obliged to invest in our own Italian market, in our own Italian players, that because of that law were not really advantaged. And you are totally correct. But Juventus is already doing it, investing a lot in youth players from foreign countries, but also from Italy, so that you are letting them grow, like a Miretti, like a Fagioli. How many Italian players are we investing in? Juventus is already doing it. Of course, you can't go with the same easiness on the Italian market going to buy, not now, but in the past, a Zaniolo, of course, because it's costing you more than another one. That's correct. But at least Juventus was already investing in youth players. Then if you tell me, yeah, but Beppe, the money that we are now paying, 100%, that money will go, a part of it, to invest in youth sectors, in academy, in developing the Italian football from the youth so that we have bigger and better talent. I will tell you even why not. Because it's a long-term project where we will all benefit from it. But this is absolutely not the case. This is not the case. It's over. It's cancelled. It's over. Goodbye. And that's a disaster. And for once, I totally agree with Lotito. Listen to the words of the president of Lazio that said, cancelling the Grow decree, they will see what a damn mistake they had made. It is not good also because the state does not collect the money. If you have a foreign player who are paying taxes in Italy, it will be better than one that will not come anymore, because they will not pay the taxes. If they are not there, they don't pay. I want to see what is coming now. What a great idea, of course, in an ironic way. In this way, our championship will lose competitiveness. Last year, we saw 3 clubs in the European finals. Now, I have no idea. Let's see what will happen. He's totally right. Italy, Federazione Italiana Gioco Calcio, is really cutting in their fingers. It's a total disaster. And then don't complain anymore if we are not able to attract these huge big players to Italy anymore. There are some rumors, we will come back on them, about a Toni Kroos, where Juventus already made an offer to. Well, everything can change. Everything can collapse. Then tell me in the future, but Juve is not able to sign big players. You see? Crazy. But it's not only about Juve, it's all the clubs that are involved. Anyway, yesterday there was another big news, a big viral news, and you know it already, has been posted on Telegram, etc., everywhere on social media, that by 4 June 2024 is the deadline to sign, to participate to 24-25 Serie A. But apparently now you will have to deposit all your obligation, and also you will have to say, I say no to Super League. If you don't sign that paper, you don't participate to 2024-2025 Serie A. A lot of people were going crazy because they said, Europe, they just decided that you can't disallow competitivity or new competition. You can create other format of competition, and nobody is allowed to threaten other clubs or players to participate to new competition. And then you see this kind of thing. It's crazy. It's totally crazy. I was really asking myself, okay, I understand that they canceled the decree of the Grow decree. Why? Because they see benefits that we don't know, whatever. But here you can't, because there is a new law made on the 21st of December, and Italy, Federazione Italiana Gioco Calcio with Gravina, they are saying, we don't care what they said. We will make sure that we threaten the club. Well, honestly, when you go and make some researches, when you start to dig a bit, you will understand that this news of yesterday that has been leaked everywhere on social media is actually an old news. Why? For 2 reasons. The first one is because, you can read it, La scorsa settimana. It was a meeting that was there where they effectively said it, but it was on the 20th of December. So 1 day before the court justice. 1 day before. Strange, the date? Strange, the date. It's not strange? I think it's really strange. Well, first of all, it's the 20th of December. So what they said makes totally no point anymore, because on the 21st, the Court of Justice in Europe, they said you can't disallow other competition and threaten players and clubs to go there. First of all, 1. Secondly, it's not even new, because it's something that is there since 2021. Since the first time that you had that Super League proposition offered, that website, do you remember? So it's not even something new. It's something standard that is there. And of course, there was a meeting. They spoke about it. on the 20th, they said if you participate to Super League, you can't participate to Serie A. But then the day after, on the 21st, the Court of Justice said you can't disallow anymore. So for me, it's a big viral news that is in a way manipulated and a bit fake. It's a bit strange, so give up on that one and don't be worried. Anyway, we have to speak about other things, because indeed today we play, no, not Juventus, but Serie A is back, and we will have to pay attention to Inter. Gazzetta dello Sport is saying Inter da gran finale. They really can close with a big finale. Why? Because they have the opportunity to go at +7 of Juve today, with Juventus at -7 today, putting a lot of pressure to the Bianconeri that not only they will have to fight against Roma trying to win, because that's what we always want to do, but on top with the pressure of not wanting to be at -7. So it's an important game. We'll speak more about Juve Roma later. If I will try to do a second video after the press conference of Max Allegri. The only thing that you have to know is that Yildiz is pushing. It could be that that tomorrow Yildiz will start from the first minute against Roma. That's an important one, and I'm sure that you will all be happy. And also Dusan Vlahovic will start. Dusan Vlahovic that yesterday went to a hospital. He was there. He posted a picture. Fantastic moment. He spent there 3 hours. He was there with kids playing. He spent it really time with him, and he said, I realized and I saw also what really courage means. I really enjoyed that. Grande congratulations to Vlahovic, because these are the things really that I appreciate to see from the football players. But then we go towards other things. We go towards Mercato, because Juventus looks like they are back with a new list. They want to go back with Sudakov already now in the winter, which is a name that I always told you there are 2 names that you have to take in mind. I don't know if they will happen or not. It's Sudakov and it's Kone from Mönchengladbach, 2 players. Sudakov disappeared a bit and now he's back. Now we really have to understand, because in Italy they are speaking about a 25-30 million euro request from his club. On the other side, in his club, in his country, well, they're speaking about 45 million euro. So what is the right request from the club? That's something that we have to understand, because if it's 40, 45, forget about it. If it's 25, 30 million euro for a player of his qualities, then you can even do an attempt, even if it will be extremely difficult. But it's good to see again Sudakov back on the radar, on the papers, because it's a player that is really worth it. On the other side, they are going for Djalo. Yesterday, we saw the news that Inter was that close to sign already Tiago Djalo. Who is he? A player from Lille. Well, Juventus is nearly to do a Bremer. Nearly. Not sure yet, but they are there. It's true that Inter already spoke with the player. Juventus spoke with the entourage. It's a player that cost you 5 million euro. Why so cheap? It's because he's coming from a huge injury. He missed already, I believe, 37 games. Total disaster. Crusade ligament tear, so it's a big injury. A player that Juventus wants to go for. Huijsen will go on loan, maybe taking him, giving him the time to adapt to the country, to the league, to Italy, to Serie A, to understand also the club, so that for next year he will be really on top and ready. Could be, or taking him, giving him on loan to another club to grow with time, a bit what we are doing with Caio Jorge coming back from the injury. So it could be a really important player, because the player has so much potential. The only problem, and that's a huge question mark, well, when you have a player that still didn't start to play, it's a big risk. 5 million is not a lot, but today in Serie A, especially with that new law that has been cancelled, well, 5 million is still a lot. So I'm not convinced at 100%, but Inter is on him, Juve is now on him, so pay attention. Now, there is the name that I really wanted to speak about, and I'm super excited. It is Charlie Patino. Idea Juve, Charlie Patino. You will tell me, Beppe, why are you excited to speak about the player that nobody on earth knows? Well, I know him. First of all, I love the name. Charlie Patino. Imagine, he's scoring a goal. Patino! No, guys, I'm already in love. I'm already in love. 20 years old, player from the youth academy of Arsenal. He's on loan to Swansea. It's a player that, I tell you, 20 years old, preferred foot. He's playing with the left, he's playing with the right. A bit more with the left than with the right. It's a player that is on loan there. He's doing quite well. It's a player that is playing all in one line. He can play as an attacking midfielder, he can play as a central midfielder, he can play as a defensive midfielder. So he has a lot of qualities there. The people in UK are saying it's the best project of Arsenal, or it's the best potential of Arsenal Youth Academy. It's a fantastic player. The best one, huh? Some people are even describing as a top 50 young prospect. That's a lot, huh? We're speaking about a really great player. A really great player that is playing now, I told you, with Swansea. Already played 18 games, scored 3 goals, made 4 assists. A player that is showing beautiful qualities, an intelligent attacking regista. Let's say an attacking regista that is going a bit more on the left part of the field. I like the player. I really like the player. Now, what can be the deal to sign Charlie Patino? It's actually to do a swap, in a way, with Arsenal that is looking for Moise Kean. Moise Kean going to Arsenal, especially now with the growth of Kenan Yildiz. Kean to Arsenal, and then having Charlie Patino to Juve. Will it be immediately for the first team? I think so. If Adzic, that we spoke yesterday, will have to prove himself first with the next gen, well, Charlie Patino that is playing with Swansea is a player already with a bit more experience, a player that has a lot of talent. I really can guarantee you a lot of talent that could immediately start with the first team. Probably we sign him, we leave him there, we take him next year or maybe immediately for the winter already, and then we'll tell me, but these are not the names that we are looking for. It's not Charlie Patino that will make the difference with Juve. In a way, I agree with you. On the other side, I don't agree with you, because we were saying we wait for Giuntoli for the names alla Kvaratskhelia, for the unknown player that we have never heard about and can really make an impact. We don't want anymore Toni Kroos, that is already towards the end of his career. We want these young players. We want the Tchouaméni before he went to Real Madrid. We want the Camavinga before he went to Real Madrid. We want the Haaland before he went to Salzburg. These are the players that we want. Well, Charlie Patino, that is considered the best talent of Arsenal in their youth, that is one of the top 50 best players. Well, ragazzi, if we don't try now, with these kind of players, when will we try? So I'm totally open to hear these names. Then, am I a big fan or a big expert of Charlie Patino? No. But from what I know, from what I hear, from what I read, from what I see, I can tell you that this kind of players are the players that I'm saying yes for. Let me know what you think about it, about Charlie Patino, but also about the crazy cancelling of the growth decree. Let me know about Djalo, about whatever you want to. Later today we'll try to make a second video where we'll go with the press conference of Juve Roma, the words of Max Allegri, to understand a bit better what we can say about the latest, about the lineups and so on. Grazie, forza, Juve.